Um, I'm thinking about this generational curse. Now, in my protecting myself, I want the following people to realize that I know what parts they're playing. Even if it's gopher, stand by, in the car during the drive by type shit. I was just getting a ride home. I didn't know they was gonna drive by type shit. Because you knew once they drove by how to come back by and say hi to this guy right here. Now, we have adult children who are just as responsible because people 12 and 13 go to prison. Let's make that clear, ladies and gentlemen. So as we start naming names like Donna and Younger, probably Daryl. Everybody else, your name probably gonna come up on the investigation. Mm-hmm. Like ex-spouses. Huh, Patricia? What about you, Derek? They might even interview a few of your cellmates. See what's going on. I don't know. It's just gonna be the IG. And then we have Mecca Quincy. Now, I'm not saying you guys are anything. I'm saying don't ask me to do nothing for you. I already have. And what I've already done for everyone's name that I'm going to mention here in a minute is I didn't keep looking into it to see exactly if you're first base, second base, outfielder, substitute, bait. I do know y'all's flying monkeys jumping in the bed. So, know that since I didn't decide to figure out your exact parts, unless you're not obvious as far as a particular last name that I might think belongs to, it'll come out. Now, I live in the 303, but a lot of us in our family is DOD. And just because your leader, Michelle, didn't look all this up, obviously, and misguidedly led all of you to believe that I'm in the drawer thinking I'm a sharp knife and I ain't even a butter knife or plastics. I am not even plastic cutlery up in here, according to you guys' opinion. But I'm just trying to tell you, if you're tangled up in it, I already told Quincy when I roll through, however I figure out how to do it, you best have been abandoned ship. Because your relationship with your family is taking you nowhere and fast. I'm talking about your damn mama and your kids. They might tell the truth. And that's why I already gave you the scenario of how I was hoping this could go down. So we have a lot of people in Omaha that I've never even met, so I don't even list their names. Then we got Jalen, Julian, Janelle, Dayon, Quincy, Mecca. Those two babies are Quincy's. One or two of them, they can be questioned. I don't know. Ask the general of the inspector. William, Julian Smith. I don't have Stephanie McDade on there either. I doubt she's even needed to be in the conversation. But see, doubt is not 100% sure, because trickery is very strong. Yeah. Now, because I'm thinking Stephanie's mama don't have to be actually Freemason, now does she? That's Almeida that had the daddy like that. Okay? So that means she might know him, because Didi is her grandmama, even though that's her auntie. The mama died. So she might be a little Roosevelt-tied. I was told when I listened to them their stories back in the day, I hear say that only Michelle go out there to that there Florida on the summer times, sometimes even the holidays, on them their trains, because that they're Roosevelt supporter. Brick Mason too. I think you can be a Freemason when you like that. That don't mean Freedman's Bank or Freedman's Bureau. I don't know what kind of free that is. Look like it cost your soul. That's right expensive in my book. Reckon I don't really need to cotton up to that shit. Didn't mention it to me much till I got in my 50s. But I don't respect I knew. I knew he was a bricklayer. I seen it on the ancestry tree that I made my damn self. I seen it on no obituary in the newspaper for my grandpa the Great. They calls those kind of grandpas great. Well, they must have thought he was great up in there in that Freemason, since he laid in bricks for real. I hear say, and I reckon I just learned this less than a year ago. I hear say if you as an actual layer of bricks, meaning brick mason, then you hold very high regards, esteems, offices, titles, positions, ideas in this entire organization as a whole. I reckon I heard her say it about 5 times or more after I'm in my 40s about how her daddy's a Freemason, but that's her granddaddy. Now, I heard that their auntie of mine, that their Playboy bunny, being on there running around looking like she's a beauty queen from the movie scene. She said that Didi said that's not her people. That Roosevelt's new wife They ain't related to her. They told them, and that's why they wouldn't go, and only Michelle would go. Then you start thinking about, why is y'all dark skinned and Michelle light skinned? And then I'm like, well, I don't know. Jeffrey's light skinned. Tony's supposed to be darker than she is. She done dipped herself in some Ambi, Olay, Mary Kay. I don't know. Probably mixed it up with Ashley. But I do know one thing. Y'all children, when this get done, y'all gonna know who the motherfucking bad bitch in the house is, or on the tree. It's this kookaburra. Because see, when this is done, y'all ain't gonna want to come back and retaliate. Michelle's retaliating already. You've already participated in a retaliation. Because of being adult children, you stood idly by. And I gave plenty warning to everyone, but each one, and some people specifically, over a year ago. I don't know why. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, crazy as a bee, not me. I got dimples in my cheek, I never seen them before. I'm not crazy, what shall you do? I don't know about you. Did y'all see my dimples? I ain't never seen them. Is those dimples? Sorry, tell me. I got some? I didn't know. I gotta wait to get these wrinkles to see. Is that a big fat wrinkle? Look. Don't look. Honey, I ain't mad at me. I look good like this here. On The Simpsons. I'm silly. I can't help it. I said, I don't ever misunderstand the joyful, playful banter that I have and can't get rid of. I have the heart of every age group. Behavior myself as well. Can't change it. I sit next to people 50 and can't feel 50 like they look, or how I feel their energy. In fact, if you put me in a room full of people 50 and over, like I'm 56, everyone just sit there, I won't feel like they're making the room feel. And I feel that they feel that I'm not supposed to be there. And it's not because of my beautiful skin, okay? It's not because I didn't pass the test or whatever, because there was something else involved, right? There's some level of immaturity somewhere in there. But I'm already 56, so don't try to teach me no new tricks, okay? Now, I got me a therapist. I got 2, 3 of them. Because they can only give so many appointments at a time. Stack your insurance up and go get busy. That way you can take about 2 classes, 1 at each company. Or 2 at that company, 3 at this company. You better ask somebody why y'all's motherfucking cannonball didn't work. You shot that cannonball right into the pocket of that slingshot I had over here, that gigantic slingshot. Yeah, it's invisible, I guess. I can't think of nothing else that happened to that cannonball, because it sure did feel like I got hit. And then I said, the light coming out my chest and everything. I told y'all. I had to put my fist in there, I thought the light was coming out. It was just shining. I never seen it shine like that. Shine bright in the night like the stars above. I had to keep my love in my chest. Y'all better ask somebody. Some of y'all, there's somebody in there. Maybe not the people that seen me or seeing this. But honey, there's somebody else that seen that light trying to come out their chest. And then something taught me how to do like this. I saw a hand. It was just it was a premonition, baby. I don't know where it was in my mind, in the room. Huh? I'm still here. And guess what? I had a pain right here. I can still kind of feel where it was. All of this used to hurt. It still feels tender, but not like I thought it was going to feel. Not that I touched it ever, except for this is my second time doing this. Yeah, it's tender right here. Shit. Y'all better ask somebody. Y'all got to be stronger than that. So that means whatever y'all be sending out, all the bad people, they send stuff out to good people even. People that's done nothing to them even. You may feel like something's happened to you since you get jealous. Or mad, or you lost the race that the other person didn't even know they was running. That's even worse, ain't it? That's what you get for putting people in a race with you and don't tell them. You thought that was sneaky so you could win? Well, why would you want to run up against a motherfucker and then cheat if you didn't know they was good already? I'm just trying to figure out the meaning and the thought process behind all of these educated motherfuckers on this boat. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to explain how to get out of, how to do what you got to do these days. Department of Justice. Forgot how I said that. It's on the letter. And Inspector General of the VA. Oh, they said that it's going to be both of those offices. Now, I don't know yet. I ain't really heard of that first place. Sound like I was on some Superman stuff. The Justice League. I'm serious. That's why I laughed. That's why it's funny. Because I am so doggone serious. Let me see something. Y'all got me mixed up. It's I'm going to look these people up. Yeah, Department of Justice. DOJ instead of DOD. Hey, some of y'all know what it is. Especially probably Michelle. I don't know why you thought I wasn't smarter. You think I can't comprehend reading. Just because you didn't teach me to read. I taught them other motherfuckers to read that you're talking to. You didn't teach anybody to read, Michelle. Jeffrey has a reading comprehension that's out of this world. He reads some shit one time. Remember everything he said, the dates, and the names of the motherfuckers. Their name could be Akabuka Laka Laka Laka. And he'll know them names, begotten, begets, and all that. Just because he read it. Look how you fucked him up. Well, somebody like that could be anything they want to be. All he has to do is go to the library and read the book. And then go to the college and take a test. Test out. That sounds good. That's a good idea for Jeffrey. Because he ain't going to go to school every day. He gets bored. But he will go to that library and read something and come home and tell me all about it. And then he'll hand me some printouts and he'll be done. And I read it. And he'll be done told me everything this printout said and he knew everything. I mean, I listen to my brother when he talks. Don't y'all? Well, nobody's been listening to me and that's going to be a big mistake. Very big mistake. Bigger than the lady in red. Yeah, I'm going to have to see who that is. I don't know what they do exactly. Justice Department. U.S. Department of Justice. That's still a really good little old. This office don't sound like no office. Michelle, why do you put me in these situations? I'm not laughing at y'all. I'm laughing at the fact that y'all didn't know that I could possibly find something out and had the ability to articulate something on paper that describes what I'm going through with the fact that I have PTSD. Y'all thought that made me crazy. No, it doesn't. What it makes is you guys insane and deranged. How could you get smarter than, how could your kids get smarter than me, Michelle, when you didn't teach any of us anything and I taught them? So in other words, you let them think that they were so grandiose that a lot of things I tried to teach them flew over their head, and that's the way you wanted it to be. But what you didn't know is that I purposefully learn and watch and on purpose on my own. On accident, I should say. For most of my life, accidentally on purpose. These days, on purpose, accidentally. On purpose, all that. Sometimes I should just come up. I mean, I turn the computer on and it'd be on a page I need and I didn't even ask for it. That makes the computer scary, y'all. U.S. Capitol violence cases, locate a prison or an inmate or sex offender, report and identify missing persons, find help with information for crime victims, learn how DOJ is working to protect voting. Oh, Mr. King. There's a lot of little things on that whole list. I got some. I don't say I got something on every heading, but I think just at first glance, there's more than 2 headings here. Register, apply for permits or request records, report a crime or submit a complaint. Well, we got that. They said they already did mine. By the numbers, 7 litigation divisions, 5 law enforcement bureaus, 94 U.S. attorneys' offices. Oh, the U.S. Attorney's Office. Grants to state, local, and tribal partners, 3.2 billion plus. Okay, our mission. The mission of the Department of Justice is to uphold the rule of law, to keep our country safe, and to protect civil rights. Our values, independence and impartiality. We work each day to earn the public's trust by following the facts and the law wherever they may lead, without prejudice or improper influence. Honesty and integrity. Our employees adhere to the highest standards of ethical behavior, mindful that as public servants, we must work to earn the trust of and inspire confidence in the public we serve. Respect. Our employees value differences in people and in ideas and treat everyone with fairness, dignity, and compassion. Excellence. We work every day to provide the highest levels of service to the American people and to be a responsible steward of the taxpayers' dollars. I didn't, honey. My stuff was referred here. I'm trying to learn who they are myself. In real time with y'all. Yeah, I say with y'all. With you all, with y'all. They got attorneys generals over here. Well, this office ain't really playing. I got inspector generals and attorney generals. Deputy attorneys. Oh, not that, okay. Okay. You can't be doing all this, you guys. I hate that I have to be involved with these types of offices. And I have to work on hate. Let me say, I won't say I hate it. I'm very, very, very dismayed, disappointed Actually, I could be embarrassed, but I'm not. I've already had the strongest embarrassment in my whole life. And I've overcome that. But I still feel it because it scarred me. And y'all heard it. It said, Herman Cummings, attention! There wasn't nobody else in the room named Cummings but me. Left face! I turned left and then the whole room opened up so I'd have a space to march. But everybody was standing at attention pretty much. Because the room had already said, no, it wasn't an officer. We turned, I left face, and there was civilian clothes people marching me. Forward! What? All by myself, I went marching. Everyone was looking, each one has two eyeballs. All eyes on me. Flight! Halt! One person flight. They said column left to go down the hall. They said half scared, halt! And then said left flank, whatever you say. They might have had me, you know, what you call that? When you turn, column lip, halt, forward, halt. That was pretty it. That was pretty much it, word for word. To get down that hall, out there in processing room, ladies and gentlemen, you were there, some of you. To get out the processing room from where I'm sitting, to get to the hallway, you got to turn left. Column left, halt, forward, halt. Because what you column left, you're in a what? Half step, halt. Column left, halt, half forward, motherfucking march. So, baby, I done already overcame that. That very day, not today, I was overcoming as I was marching. My name is Cummings. Over Cummings. At all motherfucking times. How else did I make it there in the first place? But as somebody, I don't know. You had to have. You had to go back to work. Nor the room. Even though you wasn't in trouble. You still got to sleep in the same dorm and see the people. Huh? So wasn't that ostracizing there too? Yeah. Oh yeah. So I've already been here, Michelle. You ostracized me from the Jacksons. Ostracized me from your bitch ass and my family that I've known my entire life, which is probably a good thing. Y'all phony fracks. I was gonna say a bad word. I'd rather say something sounds stupid right now. Fracks. Phony fracks. Down at Fraggle Rock, y'all so damn down low. How low can you go? You can't go low no more. You've been down too low. It's too low to get under. That's what that means. It's too high to get over, y'all. By myself. Oh, I'm gonna hurdle this. So you picked the wrong one, Michelle. You shouldn't have done this at all. I know Nana sent you to the doctor. So you decided on your own to be an evil ass. I know Nana had to send you to the doctor because she's regional records librarians of many hospitals at a time. My grandmother send you to the hospital if you need it. You won't have to pay. What? Who you think you talking to? Listening to? I didn't need to marry that man for no health insurance. You better ask some motherfucker. Y'all don't know what the RRL is in the hospital? Look it up. That means she's second or third in command at the hospital. Period. That means when she was about 18, she was head of Denver Medical Records. I didn't say she was filing them motherfuckers. I didn't say my nana is white and she ain't no man, but that was her job in the 60s. You better ask somebody who don't need that man's insurance till now. And I was going to get it back because I got that 20. Leslie, your name is on it. Because you fucked with me and my brother. And I want my motherfucking Navy money back. And if not, you need to get a patty whack. No, you can't get no more bones, bitch. We're going to see how many motherfuckers you got aliasing you. We're going to see how many you got ghosts receiving checks in the military that you get to cash somehow. You made a mistake, that's all. And mistakes can happen to all of y'all. And I'm the one that's the mistake all y'all made. Because I've done nothing to you. Go ask yourselves. Go talk amongst yourselves and find out what exactly have I done to you guys until after I decided to take up for myself. Ask yourself exactly why did you get on this boat with Michelle and Tony? And then ask Jalen why y'all love them demons that be in. Y'all saw Jalen's demons. Had her eyes rolling and everything. I was in a trigger and so was Jalen. She has an evil demon in her. She used to be such a lovely child. Now she's a shell, just like Jeffrey. And I learned I was and am too, but not quite like them motherfucking slave to the rhythm bitches. You motherfucking slave to the rhythm motherfuckers. Your daddy didn't follow the example, but y'all better. I'll call y'all what I want to call you. I ain't related to y'all. Y'all said that, not me. So when y'all look at this, the rest of y'all, why would she do that to her own family? Bitches, they said I ain't got no family in them. What did that make them? Perfect motherfucking strangers. That seem to know so much about me. That means they lie, don't it? Ask them when the last time they answered the phone when I called. That means they don't know a goddamn thing about me. They ain't seen me in over 20 years. A lot of them. And if they have, they haven't interacted with me. And if they did not do anything to proactively learn of me and know who I am, although I told them very loudly. And they did what? They ignored me. Most indubitably. That is why you know. And you watched me tell them over and over that I was going to get out my pen and paper or I was going to read aloud to my laptop loudly from my brain and discover where I can be helped. Ask me again and I'll tell you the same. Y'all want to hear the same? It's already on another video. It is. I ain't gonna say that no more. I was already just looking up. It says that send it to appropriate agencies to take action on the complaint, not to review the complaint. Did y'all hear that earlier? The DOD hotline is the most appropriate agency to take action on the complaint. That means, in order for them to initiate an inquiry, you must determine these things. Well, I must have passed the first two, and then the third one is where they said They're going to take action at the Department of Justice and at the Department of Veteran Affairs Inspector General's office. They referred it for information and action. Now it says deemed appropriate, which means everybody can figure how they want that to sound. So let's play this out. Complaint to those organizations for information and action deemed appropriate. So that they could have the information. See, when they say deemed appropriate, you want to say, well, what if, well, that means they might not do nothing. No, I don't think that they would do that. That means there will be some action. They gonna let that office figure out which one they're gonna take. We need to know exactly the definition of deemed. We do know, but until it's on your own motherfucking letter, huh? We need to know what entails all of the deemed. So let me look that up. I ain't even playing. Y'all got to be joking. I need me some deemed. Regards or consider in a specific way. Outside of the law, deem usually means simply to consider. Outside of the law, but I gave them some shit that's inside the law. The actions are being considered. Actions deemed appropriate. I deem it fitting that we mark this solemn occasion with a day of prayer. If it was therefore deemed advisable to picket the horses close to the tent, there are no Let's see. It says it's a past participle. Well, what does it mean to deem? I deem you, I dub thee or deem thee. I don't know. The new rules comes as Pakistan has cracked down on what it deems to be inappropriate content on the internet in recent months. Oh, I got some content on there, but I was speaking out. It didn't help. But it helped me clear my motherfucking head. It didn't get nobody that wasn't going to act like the white people to say they ain't prejudiced and just watch people get prejudiced and discriminated against, even if it's their own family. It's not something you're supposed to watch. They could have set me on fire. Y'all wouldn't have said anything. Because I am on fire. That's what Alicia Keys said. Engineers deemed the problem stable and reparable, but a second cable outright snapped. Oh, don't deem nothing to get no state cable snapping. Students deemed responsible for alleged sexual assaults on college campuses can face little or no consequences for their acts. We don't like that one. Some of y'all might like that one. I'm reading everybody's possible deem. I know one thing, y'all didn't get to write anything yet. Will you? Did I do anything to you for you to write? Oh, imagine that. The building had to be rebuilt in 1963 after extensive damage from the Second World War was finally deemed irreparable. I think you guys have my name almost finally deemed irreparable. Or the family relationships are deemed irreparable. Almost like that one. The event was a devastating one for Sierra Leone, deemed a super spreader by the New York Times. What they gonna deem me? Let's say the event was as devastating was a devastating one for Tanya Cummings, deemed the truth teller by the New York Times. I kind of like that sentence. I don't know how many of these deems is good and bad, so we gonna find out, right? I know one thing. Me writing some shit up to try to protect myself from y'all motherfuckers don't deem me wrong. What it deems, for sure, and most indubitably, is that not one motherfucker in my family came to my rescue. Not that I needed one. Oh, Polly Malley. What's her name? Holly Hobby? I don't know. But this ain't no petticoat junction, bitch. This is Tuxedo Junction. Okay? Y'all don't know that song? Tuxedo Junction now. Come on down. Forget your cares. Come on down. You'll find me there, so long town. I'm heading for Tuxedo Junction now. Sure is. Y'all that petticoat junction. See y'all later. They say Alabama. It says, okay, let's see. Do 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 do. All aboard. Do 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 do. Anyway, those are the kind of things I found out of that. That's the kind of stuff you want to do for your life when you're trying to take care of yourself. Now, see, you might be a woman with kids, and then a man there, and somebody's messing with you. Remember that I said you don't have to have been in the military to use this avenue that I utilized. SafeHelpline.org. Also, I already sit on somewhere else. 2 other places. Why would I just send it to one? Why should I pick one out of 4 that looked like they were good? No, baby. Did none of them say, don't send one if you sent one somewhere else? Did none of them say that? Where I read anyway. No, I didn't read the whole website. They should have said that before you push the button for the application. One application asked, did you report it somewhere else? The answer is yes. That's all they asked. Okay, next. Good, ask somebody. One may say no, one may say yes. Where one door opens, one door closes, one door closes. They closed the case, but they didn't close the case. They sent the case somewhere else. That's their job as well. I knew it needed to go to the VA one, but sometimes when you look it up, you can't find them motherfuckers on the internet. They change the page on the internet anytime they want to on that goddamn on Google. Yeah. So, I might read me something on that Department of Justice page a little bit later, but I done got myself up in this place. I got my honey, my mama tangled me up with the OSI. That's my military nexus. So we can use some attorney generals and some inspector generals around this motherfucker. Michelle worked for generals and shit. So it's very appropriate. Now pick your pants up and get ready, military personnel. Y'all thought the baby Tanya Cummings was slow and low? When you guys gonna realize that when we was kids and Walter Duane said I was smarter than the smartest one, even though Lila the one know where to put the commas at with all that daggone advanced English class and shit, I reckon you're not quite smart, Lila. Telling me I don't understand. You're the leader of that one. It's against the law to ostracize and retaliate against military personnel, active or not. Do not include them in social events in order to cause emotional and mental distress. Oh, y'all better look it up and find out. Tanya Cummins almost quoted that shit, even though I didn't try to. I must have read it somewhere. How else would I know how to make a sentence such as? I reckon I read quite well. And I reckon the people that read it, what I wrote it, read quite well too. Because it could have just said closed. And then just left those 3 reasons down there that they gave. And then say sincerely bye. But that had me a whole nother paragraph. When I saw that other paragraph, I had to unfold that paper one more time. No, I didn't unfold no paper. I guess it was in my mind. I must have dreamed that I read it on paper. That'll do it. But I read it in this here listed paper right here. This is really taking you back to those doggone Aesop's Fable times. This ain't nothing but one of them doggone pieces of rock with the thing that you hit, and you know y'all seen it on the doggone TV cartoon. What that there is? Watch me pull something out of my hat. Again, Rocco, Bullwinkle. I like that. You know who I'm talking about. That one side cartoon that come on with it. And it's always Aesop's Fables. Yeah, we writing on Aesop shit. But have somebody. Peace out. Veterans, don't sit around and allow people and family that allows one family member to bother you and no one comes to your rescue when you're disabled. And you have to not look and be taunted into being angry, so angry that you can be violent. And yes, everybody needs their ass kicked up in this motherfucking situation. But guess what? My nana said, don't hit them first. Always be hitting them last. And be the last one standing. If they gonna hit you, if they can kill you, they will kill and hit you anyway. Do not cower. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Nana. Thank you, Air Force. Because I got that training. That's where I learned not to cower. That's where I learned to speak up. Bye.